So, in today's class, let me talk about the strategy that is required for preparing for UPSC exam. So, this session is totally dedicated to the strategy for clearing UPSC exam. Alright. So, if you take this strategy, normally you take any candidate preparing for UPSC exam, they always have one thing in mind, that is clearing prelims. It is about clearing prelims, and after clearing prelims, they start thinking about mains. Remember, when you talk about civils is not about clearing prelims or mains. Civils is not about clearing prelims or mains. Right? It is ultimately getting a rank. The ultimate success in UPSC is to get ranks. It is immatter how many prelims you are giving, how many mains you are giving. Ultimately, we should have a rank in the list of UPSC. Right? So, that is the goal. Most of the candidates, they take almost all 8 to 10 months of time for their preparation, and all these 8 to 10 months of time they dedicate themselves only to clear prelims, which I say it as a foolish strategy. Right? Then what is the right strategy? So, one should get a doubt. What is the right strategy for clearing exam? Alright. So, I give one principle, PMP strategy. So, what is this PMP strategy? Right? Which is highly suitable and highly recommendable strategy. P stands for prelims, M stands for mains, and P stands for prelims. Right? So, this is the full name or full form of PMP. That means how much time that we should use for prelims and how much time that we should use for mains. In first stage, that is in phase 1. In phase 1, start your preparation, right, to learn all the basics of UPSC. So, here any candidate who is writing UPSC, they should start their preparation in gathering all the basics of UPSC. So, there are certain fundamental subjects, the basic subjects of UPSC, which a candidate should have a knowledge on these basic subjects. So, what are these basic subjects? Where you should have all the knowledge? It includes polity, economy, geography, history. So, I call these as 4 pillars of UPSC preparation. So, in phase 1, the basic knowledge of all these 4 subjects should be gathered. So, from where we should gather this information? So, from where we should gather this knowledge? First, read NCERTs. So, you start your preparation with NCERTs. Read all the NCERTs. Right? Collect the information. Make a synopsis. Remember, making synopsis is very important. Making synopsis is very important. Alright. It is make a short notes of whatever you read. Make a short notes of whatever you read. Then, alright, after reading NCERTs, for each and every subject, there are certain books which we need to follow. So, we should follow certain books. So, coming to book list, I will give this in the next session, but don't be in a hurry of knowing all the things at once. So, there are certain books, say for example, for polity, read Lakshmikant. For geography, NCERTs are more than enough, right? For geography, NCERTs are more than enough, alright. But along with NCERTs, if you want to read any other book, there is G.C. Leong, alright. Then for economy, you start reading NCERTs, complete all the NCERTs on economy, then read one good book for economy. We have plenty of books for economy in the market. You have Ramesh Singh, you have Nitin Singhani and some, you have Sanjeev Verma, and there are many books in the market. Take one book. I don't suggest one or two. It is up to you. Take one book, read it sincerely, alright, read sincerely and read the same book for at least 10-15 times. So, here instead of reading, right, instead of gathering or instead of reading more number of books, read one book for more number of times. This is very, very important. I still say, I cleared my prelims exam in my first attempt without any coaching. The reason for the success is, whatever the books I read each book for at least 10-15 times. I have written all 7 mains exams. So, I belong to OBC category, and in our times, right, we used to have 7 attempts, and I wrote all 7 mains with 2 interviews. I lost service just by 2 marks in 2008. Alright. So, my point here is, read one book for 10-15 times. So, select a book for each subject, right, make your what you call books get read, and then start preparing for exam, right. So, first read NCERTs and then read what you call one book for each subject. So, don't make too much material, don't gather too much material from the market. When you go to markets or when you see these bookstalls and all the guidance, you will be given with so many books, right. So, it is not required. UPSC is not about a test of information. UPSC is not a test of information. UPSC is all about how you are thinking, how you are presenting, how you are organizing. But what we do is, we keep on gathering information. We always spend time in gathering information. So, I sincerely say that UPSC requires information, but information is not the only thing that is required for UPSC. Information is not the only thing that is required for UPSC. It requires how you are using your information, alright, how you are presenting your information, how you are organizing information. I still say 50% of information is more than enough. 50% of information is more than enough to clear UPSC. So, 50% of information provided with logical presentation. And organization. So, this is required for UPSC. Alright. So, UPSC is not about an information test. Alright. So, don't work too much, don't try to gather all the information that is available in the market. Alright. It is not about all the information, it is about limited information. Alright. This is one thing. So, in phase 1, gather the basic information about these topics. In phase 1, try to gather this. So, here try to practice at least 50 questions, 50 MCQs a day, 50 MCQs in a day. So, it is mandatory, to have practice. There should not be a day without practice, So, every day you should spend time in practicing the questions. There should be a dedicated time, right, towards practicing the questions, alright. And along with these subjects, you should also focus on current affairs. You should start reading current affairs. So, current affairs is an important part. Of your preparation. So, 1 hour at least 1 hour in a day, focus on current affairs. Alright, at least 1 hour in a day, focus on current affairs. So, this should be the things. So, this is what the point is. So, focusing on current affairs along with getting the knowledge. So, this should be done, all this should be done within 3 to 4 months. And remember, along with NCRTs, for subjects like you take environment ecology, polity or history, you can also refer NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling books, right. So, National Institute of Open Schooling 10th standard and 11th 12th standards, they are very, very useful, they are very, very helpful. So, even a layman can understand them easily, even a layman can learn from them, alright. Even a layman can learn from these NIOS books. So, you will get a very good information, alright. So, this should be your stage 1. So, once you acquire this basic information, once you get this basic information, remember, then start writing answers. This is the most crucial phase of your UPSC preparation. This is the most important phase of your UPSC preparation. So, in phase 1, in stage 1, we gather all the basic information. In stage 1, we gather all the basic information. Now, in phase 2, alright, phase 2 requires answer writing. Focus should be on answer writing. That means, in this phase 2, you should cover all the main syllabus. Alright. So, which normally takes 6 to 8 months of time. It normally takes 6 to 8 months of time. That means, you should dedicate at least 6 months of time only on mains, covering all the GS papers, GS paper 1, 2, 3, 4, and every day you should write at least 3 answers, 3 to 4 answers a day is important. And here in this phase, you should also complete your optional subject. Once you are thorough in answer writing, once you are good in answer writing, once you are thorough in answer writing, no one can stop you. It is impossible. Once you are good in answer writing, alright, it will help you a lot in clearing the civils exam in your very first attempt. We see many people clearing in the exam in first attempt. How it is possible? If you take some candidates, even after giving their third, fourth attempts, right, they are unable to clear exam. But there are candidates, right, who clear exams even in their first attempt. Then what is the difference between these two categories? what is the difference between these two type of people? Alright, the difference is the strategy. It is not about hard work. Everyone does the same kind of hard work. Everyone does has the same kind of, everyone keeps the same amount of efforts. But the point is the strategy, the plan that you are having. So planning is very, very important for civil services. Planning is important for civil service exam. Alright. So this is very important. So mains part of your preparation, mains part of preparation is very crucial. It is very crucial. Alright. So you should complete your optional subject, you should complete all the GS papers, you should be thorough with answer writing. Alright. So once you are done, then go for exclusive prelims preparation, where the focus should be on both GS paper 1 as well as GS paper 2. The focus should be on the general studies paper as well as CSAT paper. Never neglect CSAT paper. Never neglect CSAT paper. Never undermine your CSAT preparation. Right? CSAT is equally important. CSAT is equally important. Alright. So almost all 6 months prior to your exam, 6 months prior to your exam, start preparing, start practicing CSAT. Alright. So all this will be done in this institution. So this is what our plan of action is. Right. Because I believe in this strategy. I am first hand. Alright. So the next P is prelims. So dedicated prelims exam or dedicated preparation for prelims. Complete focus on prelims. And here you should spend around 6 months of time. Around 6 months of time for your what you call prelims exam. Right? Mostly 4 to 6 months of time is enough here now. So if you follow this strategy, you can clear prelims. The moment you clear prelims, you can also clear mains exam. So once you complete your prelims exam, you will be having 2 or 2.5 months of time for your mains. In these 2.5 months of time, do start practicing all the mains papers, because as already you have practiced the mains for 8 months or 6 months, this will help you, right? This will help you right, to clear mains once you clear prelims exam. So this is the important point, because once after prelims you won't get enough time to write mains. You won't get enough time to revise mains. Right? So your revision will be good enough. Your revision will be appropriate if you have done a very good what you call mains practice in the stage 2, in the phase 2. Just attend what you call test series, keep writing tests, that is write at least 5 tests on each paper, that means almost all 20 tests on GS and 10 tests on optional subjects. So that means attend writing 30 tests will help you a lot in clearing the mains exam. So this is the right strategy. This is the right strategy for what you call UPSC preparation. Anyone who follows this strategy, definitely they will clear civils in their first attempt. Our target is to clear civils in their first attempt. That is the reason why we are not bothered about fees. We are offering coaching. We are offering coaching at 50% less than what is actually charged by other institutions. See, if it is 1 lakh there, we are charging only 50,000. Right? Alright. So this is what about the strategy. Now how I came to know, because a failed candidate knows everything. Alright. If you take me, alright, as I said, I gave 7 prelims. The reason for not clearing mains is my poor strategy. It is not about hard work. I used to work for 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 hours. But The strategy that I was using, it was not the right one. So in my first attempt I cleared prelims because my target was to clear prelims. I never thought about mains. After clearing prelims, I started thinking about mains, and there is no time for me to complete my mains preparation, to revise my entire mains, which costed my life. I cleared mains for the first time only in my fourth attempt. That is, I got interview call only in my fourth attempt, and before my fourth attempt I could not get an interview call. The reason is the problem of strategy. So I don't want other students to do the same kind of mistakes which I have done in my life. I had the highest mark in UPSC. Remember, my marks in public administration are highest even today. I got 376, which is highest even today in UPSC. But there is no point in having this highest mark when I am not in service. Alright. So if you want to clear civils, if you want to crack civils exam in your first attempt, do this, follow this strategy, the strategy of PMP. Once again, so now what is the total time? So 4 plus 8 plus 4, almost all 16 months of preparation. Almost of 16 months of preparation. So any candidate who prepares sincerely for 14 to 16 months, definitely they can clear their exam, they can clear civils exam in one single attempt. Civils exam is not that difficult to clear. The only thing is you should have every patience, confidence in you. Alright? Done. Alright? So I hope you have understood this strategy. In the coming classes, I will talk about the book list that is required, the strategy that is required for public administration and everything. Right? So for now, we will take a leave. Okay then?